How to Fix the Harry Potter Books, Fix number 2. For the first half of the first book, Draco is actually really interesting, but then just stops dead. He loses all progression and becomes the same paper-thin character spouting the same old dialogue for the next 5 books until we reach Half-Blood Prince. But at first he tries to befriend Harry. He talks in a snobby but friendly enough manner, offers a handshake, which Harry rejects, and that's quite interesting because you then get to see this very childish and petty rivalry form, where they then keep trying to get the other person in trouble with the teachers, challenging each other to fake duels, baiting the other to trespass at night, all of it building up and up until they both end up in detention in the Forbidden Forest where nothing else happens. All of this rising conflict just dissipates. Like, don't get me wrong, they are still rivals, but now it just becomes a meaningless status quo for them, rather than narrative progression. An ongoing rivalry is absolutely fine, but you need the dynamic between your rivals to still actually feel dynamic. So the fix is simple. When Harry and Malfoy end up in detention in the Forbidden Forest, this moment for potential climax between them, let them hash it out. Let Malfoy complain that the famous Potter is always getting special treatment and always hogging the limelight, which is absolutely true. When Malfoy buys a broom, it gets confiscated because first years aren't allowed them, whereas the school personally pays to buy Harry a Nimbus 2000. There's a lot of this stuff that Malfoy finds infuriating, and I think having a moment like this totally reframes the entire book in a fun way, and Harry can then get to stress that he doesn't mean for that to happen. He's not trying to show off and seek attention. And whilst they shouldn't become friends at all here, I think they can somewhat call a semi-truce. This allows us a twist ending. We know Dumbledore awards the House Cup to Slytherin at the end of the book before abruptly going, nope, I've decided I'm going to give the perfect amount of points to Harry and his mates in order that they can win instead. Hooray for Harry. Now when that happens, because of this context with Malfoy, Harry can catch sight of his face during the celebrations and realise Dumbledore has just unwittingly undone their entire truce. Malfoy is never going to believe Harry doesn't get special treatment now. Their rivalry is back on in full force. Good setup for the second book, and we get to have a laugh at how weird Dumbledore's behaviour was there, but in a way that supports the story and creates a fitting conclusion. But if it all sounds simplistic, explained quickly in a YouTube short, watch the full video for all the details and how it could work.